Hello guys, welcome so much to Newsline Media TV. Today we have our podcast that is Know Your Guest. But before we continue, I have a new face, my co-host. I will let him introduce himself.
Thank you very much, Peter. This is Newsline Media. My name is Miguel Deritu. And Peter,
Mm-hmm.
today we have a special guest.
A very special guest. Yeah. But before that, this is episode 7 of Know Your Guest, where every guest has a story to tell. So welcome so much.
Thank you.
I want before we start to tell us your name and your position in the real estate.
All right. My name is Nelson Miru, and I'm the managing director of Palma Pro Realty, a real estate company that deals with connecting clients with properties that fit their vision.
Okay, you have heard today we have a guest who is a managing director. So my first question to you is, at this young age, being a youth, you have found yourself being a managing director of Palma Pro. How does it feel?
All right. It is quite a responsibility, being in charge of investments, people's investments, and also being the lead of several teams. And I would say it's a pleasure and a privilege being in that position of being able to guide people through the process.
So you mentioned being a managing director. How long have you been a managing director at Palma Pro Realty?
All right, so we released it last year. So we have approximately 8 months since we started the company. However, I've been previously in positions of leadership in different capacities.
All right. And can you categorize leadership as? I know being a leader is kind of a hectic position, and most people aspire to be leaders. Can you tell us the pros and cons of leading a real estate business?
Right, real estate. I trust it's as diverse, as hard as any other, as hard or as simple as any other industry. Because majorly you're put in a position where you are trusted with the future investments of people. This means they hard-earned money. Therefore, you need an A1 team to work with, which means values are really necessary. So for us, integrity is a big one when it comes to our team. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I want you to now to tell us more about you. Where did you grow up? You schooled, which school did you school, and challenges which you faced.
Okay.
Mm.
I think that takes me on quite a journey.
Mm-hmm. Now we need that journey now.
Yeah. So basically, I'm from Thika. Born and bred in Thika. However, I've lived in different counties from Isin. Yeah. And my journey started in real estate. Let me specifically say real estate, as any other young person does. I struggled a lot when it came to finding my path, and I believe it is a learning experience because right now I think I'm in the edge, not I think I'm in the edge of my 20s, and through the years, there have been landmarks of development. High school, I went in still Gatundu. So, from Gatundu South, that is. And each and every journey, each and every stage, it has shaped me to a certain extent to being the person that I am today. School, I went to JQuat in terms of tertiary education. Did a bachelor's in public management. Yeah, so that's the much that I can say in terms of family. I would say that's on the way.
I wanted to pose the question.
Yeah, I
see
see.
you're exciting as early as possible.
Yeah.
But you've mentioned that shaping your mind from where you started before.
Yeah.
To be honest, to carry out a legacy like this, you told me that it works through the passion of the work, right? So, like, what incited you of all the business or every single skill that you can touch on? Why the real estate business? Like, I love real estate, or was it something you were put on, or was it something that you had to force yourself into?
All right. So, they say that some people are thrown into greatness.
For sure.
Yeah. Some build grow into it.
Yeah.
So I believe I grew into it because I can say my predecessors.
Yes.
That means from my grandfather. He was a heavy real estate investor. Remember in Kiambu County, there was a time where they used to own land via societies. He was among the people who initially invested in. I believe they were owning it. They were investing such little amounts that over the years have compiled the properties that right now. I think they are worth a lot more than what they invested. Heading up to my father, who also delved into real estate. Therefore, I would say that through that journey, I have learned on what to do and what not to do in real estate and interacting with people in the real estate industry.
While you're talking, you have mentioned about it is via inheritance from your grandfather to your father and now to you. While you were schooling, did you enter a specific goal when I grow up I would like to be? Or it's just because there is a perma pro somewhere that is a reality? Even if I learn, it doesn't make sense because after all I will inherit something. Or did you want to become specific something like a doctor, lawyer?
What my friend is trying to emphasize here is that uliacha like your dream you get blinded by simply because you knew you had a background of Pama Pro, or did you have to like bring up Pama Pro for yourself? Like start it all the way up, or was it something that was existing before you?
Okay, I would say that the inheritance will be an inheritance of mindset and of genetics, of course. So when it comes to when it came to building the company up, I had to go through a series of processes. I'll get back to how I got into campus. I would like to brag and say that I was an A student. No, I wasn't. I had to work through getting myself into school, getting into JQuat. And I would say it's by God's hand. I got into a management course and human resource course that really shaped me in terms of relating with people and getting into leadership positions at a young age. Since I did not really have a clear grasp on what or which field that I would end up in, I ended up being in entrepreneurship. I might mention that I have done farming, a bit of it, selling a bit of eggs here and there. So yeah, it has been quite a journey.
You've said that you've tried selling eggs.
Yes.
Was it like the tray eggs ama ile ya kugongewa?
Yeah, so that's what you did there. Yeah, so growing up we had a farmhouse.
Okay.
We had a lot of chickens, so as the market really dipped, so we needed to find a market for the eggs. So I needed to get down to the market and find where to offload the products. So that was quite a learning experience. Yeah, that.
How much were you making per day through selling those eggs?
I would say we were selling wholesale. So the tray was going for 320.
Wow.
So inamaanisha ulikuwa na drop kutoka kitambo.
Ni zile
Zile Now let's continue. Now you have said now you have finished schooling. There is this period whereby you have finished from fall and you wanted to join campus, but you have like 8 months. How did you make good use of those months?
Okay. I think that was quite a time. I got into employment, a bit of employment right after high school. I think that is the era when we had the movie shops, not Netflix. Most of us were engaged. So that was my first actually employment. So that's what I did. Then I delved a lot into sports. Into skating, where I made a lot of friends who are still there connections right now.
So you skate?
In my formative after Form 4. That's where I spend most of my time in sports, skating and swimming. And now the employment. So that's what I spent most of my time in.
So we can probably emphasize that you started learning how to earn at a very young age. And compared to the time that you were being employed and now that you have employed yourself, tell us, how does the day of a managing director work for you? Like your time schedule, what happens, what goes on throughout the day? If you don't mind.
Alright. So currently we have a team. So Mijal is looking at the projections of the month and its targets. Not very exciting stuff, let me say. So making sure that the targets are there and having the day-to-day operations, having an overlook of what each department is doing, I might say it is more interesting when it comes to the groundwork,
Okay.
when it comes to actually meeting the clients and delivering.
Yeah.
Doing the groundwork, it really gets me excited.
Alright.
Yeah.
Do you ever meet like crazy clients who are like, Mate, mimi nataka land yangu ikikaa hivi. Nini. People who like pressurize you to do things that are way beyond what they pay for. Like, do you ever get customers who turn out to be like that?
I would tie this. I would tie this to my previous roles. Of course, clients come in all shapes and sizes. So yeah, it takes a lot of patience to be able to deal with each and every client. However, we have not had clients who we did not maybe desire to deal with. Yeah.
Okay, and if today I ask you to divert from Permapro and start another business, would you accept it? And which business can you start?
Okay. So
I know you have an experience and you love this job you are doing right now, but if I tell you now, stop being managing director of Permapro and start a new business, a new phase where now you can start afresh, which business can you start?
I will call being a managing director is just one of the hats that I wear.
Mm-hmm.
So being stripped of that cap still maintains what you have within. So if you have a heart of serving the people, I would say that I have a heart of serving the people that is seeing.
So basically, I said you're gonna go and start your own.
Yes, yes I will.
Why? I need those benefits you are saying. You are saying there. Why?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know when you tell people you can divert, they can start telling you now I can start another business which is bringing a lot of income. But why do you want to go and start that healthy?
So specifically, I'm a court-annex mediator. So I would say that seeing people resolve disputes in an amicable way has really supported, has really given me perspective, because you get to interact with people from different walks of life, and you're able to relate with them more than you would say wearing a cap that I'm the managing director and you have all these titles. Yeah, so it's that seeing people resolve disputes. Yeah, that's.
If I ask you another question, right now in Kenya there is this rise of conmen. There are many, and now people have lost trust in other people. How do you make sure that the people who are contacting you, they feel secure when trusting you to give them title deed of a land? You know, nowadays you can purchase a land and you purchase nothing. You are told there is title deed, you are given title deed, but you give someone unapata vitu zisha change in different. How do you make sure that you maintain this trust in your clients?
All right. So I would say that in real estate, there's a lot that goes to investing. Mm-hmm. As the client, you should do the due diligence of the company that you're investing in, understand who the directors are. If possible, do it on a personal level. That would be really good. Number two, you can look at the track record of the company and what interaction have they had in the past. So if you look up Permapro, I believe we have a clean record as of now, and we're driven by, as I said, values. Integrity is number one for us when it comes to dealing with our clients.
Mr. Nelson, and to put emphasis on the work schedule, yes, I would like to support my brother over here. He was just trying to imply, what's your thoughts on how youths can curb their employment positions, considering that now the job market is not like opening up to people like us. Say, for example, I'm interested in doing real estate, yes? And which is the simplest way, as a young guy who has started from zero, can approach you and try and approach that real estate path? Can you like help us elaborate your position, like mtu anaweza anzia wapi ndio ajue manze unaweza kuwa na mwelekeo, kwa unajua it's not always about the finish line, it's about the journey, right?
Yeah.
And to start over, you have to start from someone and grow to something. What would you advise a young guy who's looking forward to like doing something like this?
Okay. Beyond education,
Yes.
because I know there are a lot of uneducated people out there, educated people who do not have employment out there. It's a matter of skills and self-awareness, understanding where you can plug in. Keyword, I'm not saying passion, skills and self-awareness, understanding what skill that you can bring to the marketplace. Once you understand that, you can be able to create value, whether to find it, whether you can plug into the work environment. And currently, I think there are so many uncharted territories. We have the uprising of AI. I think AI can be very instrumental in real estate, one way or another. Yes, there are so many frontiers that people can plug into. Number two, capacity building, educating itself. Right now there are so many. It's not like as I said, schools are movie shop when you needed to go to physically. Yes. And now with the phone and banks, you can learn a few skills. So once you build your capacity and you understand yourself, you understand that as Nelson, maybe I'm an introvert and I love working from the house, I love going to the ground. Then you can find where you can plug in. Yes, and also appreciate the journey. Number three, appreciate the journey. I know right now there's a lot of social media pressure. You see people 25 years old, 22, celebrating success.
And
you're pressured by that.
Sorry. And to top it off, like, how does it feel to like come off and meet some people who like look down on you? Like people are like, Nelson. Now they see you and you're like a managing director. Does it take you by pride, or you just like we're just together? It's just that we're not in the same position.
No, I think character is developed in very many ways. Because if I say the first semester Nelson is the same one right now. I don't think you'll be the same person. Therefore, it's good to appreciate that at every stage you evolve with the times and the experiences that you have to shape you.
Okay, now we need to know who it's Nelson, because you have said you are at 20's age. Now, this Nelson, is he a strict person that yes, maybe he's a now managing director, or when you learn say unakwanga na my friends, you are just your person like creative, you also kuna marafiki wengi hapo nje, you spend your time kwenda masherehe mabashi nini, ama all the time you are concentrated with work of the office.
Like on informal times. You know, most bosses are assumed to be very serious. So you just want to do like, do the bosses get a chance to like go out and have fun and get like, hey yo, I just mean
nobody was in you
kanyama hivi kama keys.
That's a really good question. And life requires balance. So for me, I would say the way I find time to connect with people and let blow some steam might not be the conventional ways, but you find with friends taking trips. I am taking trips mostly. I think I'm more of an outdoor person. I am more of an outdoor person. I spend time indoors. And also church community. Church communities. So I think it's every stage demands a different version of yourself.
Sure.
So I think that's the version that I'm on right now. So
but now, why your parents very supportive? Unasoma high school level, campus level, ama ilifika mahali wakakwambia now you are grown up, kwanza jitafutie kwanza jamaa grow up?
Ndoka kule radi.
Have they been with you in all this journey from being young up to now?
I would say my parents have been. My parents have been in the picture and very supportive. Actually, I got the real estate that from my father, definitely. When it comes to entrepreneurship, nimejificha kidogo. And to do entrepreneurship, new parents wants. You've gotten into Form 1, all the Form 4, college. So for this entrepreneurship endeavors that I had, a bit of them, like the movie shop, I had to hide.
So you did get this. That's why ni life yako na haujapata job na it's part of your life journey because ni ile inakuletea kitu kidogo, inakuletea contribution. Why hide?
I think it's the conditioning of the time. The conditioning of the time. Yeah.
I think to answer what you were saying, yeah, I would say that unajua pia parents do come in handy. When you're growing up trying to make a living for yourself. Immediately they know you're making money. Niko sure hapo wanatufinya network inaweza didimia kidogo. But from your perspective of like getting employed and stuff, did you have a particular mindset that helped you go all throughout that period of time? Because after school you get employed, it becomes kind of crazy. You're living for me personally, I was done with school and then I got into an employment job. It was kind of crazy because I never got to reconnect with my social peer group.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to keep in touch with most of people of my age, and that threw me off a little bit. But I had the mindset, I was still gonna make it. I was still gonna make time to go to school, and I was gonna come out straight and do what I do best.
Yeah.
Was it a challenge for you? Ama you had the mindset of hata kama napata do bado naweza kuwa na mamurio wangu on the side?
Yeah, I relate to what you're saying. But mostly when you're choosing a path, for example, entrepreneurship, it's very lonely.
Yeah.
It's very lonely. And when it comes to connecting with friends, most of the time you're not in the same frequency. Because at that time I think we're from different backgrounds and different conditioning. Therefore, what I can encourage is joining communities, regardless of the age. I think you should have some people who are above you in terms of age for mentorship and to walk with you through that journey. As long as you will be in the same
premises.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Not necessarily premises, but the same mindset.
Okay.
Yeah, I can have people who can mentor you through that journey. I think that's something that I missed back in the day. But yeah, I've caught up with it.
You don't have a mentor?
I did get one later in life.
Okay.
I think when I was approaching 4th year. Yeah, that really supported me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Now, Nelson, you had a group of people you were learning together. I decided now go to this. At this age, kuna wale wase walikuwa unasoma naona saa hii life yao ukiangalia haiko like yours. You are not in the same level. Which this thing which made you different? Chenye kile kufanya wewe Nelson ukakuwa managing director na saa hii unaweza jisimamia na pia ukasimamia your family. But wale wase wengine life yao iko hivi. Hata unakutananga na wako unapata mzee hadi ataki kukuona na macho unaona. What's that thing which is very special to you that kept you until now and it has kept your dream alive? Hadi saa hii.
Nice one.
Yeah, so I think when it comes to direction in life, I think everyone's journey is different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that niko mahali I'm unshakable, and I understand there are ups and downs in life. Yeah. So when it comes to comparing lifestyle, the quality of life between mine and someone else's, I think it would be an error to compare in terms of achievements in business or whatever, because I understand kuna watu tulimaliza nao shule and their families right now. To them that's a win, a very big one. You find some people maybe they are in different workspaces. There's respect for that. So when it comes to saying that I've achieved, I'll just credit it to God's grace. Let's just say that.
Let's clap for this one.
Now, umeongelea about family, it's the achievement. Kwani wewe bado ndio family
Nilikuwa nikata kuuliza. I wanted to ask.
Kama na managing director na uko na do, unapaswa kuwa na familia. Hizi pesa zinakoliwa na nani?
Yeah. I think there's we respect the process. Process is pick up bado. Yeah.
To back him up, I would like to ask, as a young guy and a young managing director into this world, of course tunajuanga manze, you get this, they definitely are going to look in your direction. Like, what is your take on love for a young guy like you who's building right now? Address us, let us know, because we have to.
Okay. Well, my take on love when it
comes to being the person that you are right now.
the person that
Is it easy to find the love, ama is it difficult because everyone is just out to get you for what you have?
I think love means very different things for different people. I think love means very different things.
According to you. According to
me,
what is your perspective?
Yeah, I think there's a time for separation to start building, because currently I think I'm very much engaged in work to give the attention and maybe the love that is required.
Yeah, so yes, trusting the process.
Trusting the process again.
For sure.
Yeah, trusting the process.
Yeah.
So, personally, I did enjoy the time. And Peter,
If you have another question, can you ask you? Because here for today. Lakini ya mapenzi hataki kuingilia sana. Leave it for us. Kuna kwa hizi tumeketi, kuna guest wengi wamekuja na wakaenda. But they were telling us ile time walikuwa wanasoma high school ama primary, their parents used to put a lot of effort while walikuwa wanawasisitiza sana wasome, kama ni kwenda shule wanawaforce wasome. But wewe ushawahi forcewa na mtu kaambiwa nao Nelson amko uende shule, uende shule, ama wewe ilikuwa ni masomo na kujituma, mtu ajitume asome? Kuna mwingine aliniambia alikuwa analipwa doi aende shule akasome. Imagine. Anaambiwa asubuhi shika so tano enda shule ukasome. It's true, it is a true story. Now it's true. Or your parents we call it
incentive.
Incentivizing. Oh yeah, they were incentivizing a lot. My father, he used to wake me up at 4 in primary school. Yeah, he used to wake me up very early in the morning, and and that I think developed that culture. Cool. Focus on education.
Now I have a question for you, sir.
Yeah.
Very interestingly, are you a fan of music?
Yeah, very much.
Very much. You have a favorite genre?
Not really.
Barako is good to the ears.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song?
Favorite song.
What is your favorite song? Can you sing it for us?
Yeah, by the way,
you have to know that director kuna talanta.
Lazima ukuwe unapenda music na kuna ile ngoma ukisikia una feel inakutouch.
This is my to go to.
That's a very hard one. Currently,
you're gonna do it, man.
I'm actually trying to pick the favorite song. My mind is just drawing so many in my direction.
Any song that comes to mind when you mention favorite right now? Like
at the moment,
first thought inakuja, like nikuuliza tu sasa umepata. What's your favorite song? Like kitu kwanza itakuja takani Michael Jackson.
I think that I've been into this. Let's classify them. There's local and there's
Gengeton.
Gengeton, hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like the European music.
European music.
Yeah, let's not call it international. It's from Europe. Because Kenya music is international. Yeah, music is international. So yeah, there's a lot of songs that I listen to. The Kenyan space. There's people know gospel here.
Yeah, gospel as you know.
There's a gentleman called Timam Evans.
Timam Evans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love the song.
Guys, who's Timam Evans?
Akalai.
Walai.
Akalai kamoja tu.
What's your favorite punch?
That's called okay.
The line yako.
It's called Harry.
Harry.
Yeah. So I think I don't even giving it's called Harry. Yes.
Give it to us. We want to listen.
I don't want to brag that I'm a good singer, but
are you a singer?
No, I'm not.
That would have been great.
I was encouraging me to sing.
I'm also a singer, man.
Sing.
You can help him by the way.
Right,
just a verse. Yeah.
Right now my voice is rusty. I can't do a lot, but it's okay. Leave us.
So this is going to be a small verse.
Yeah.
We're not even looking.
Yeah. So peke yangu misiwezani nijipige kifua vipi kama nani.
Now it's now time for the people behind the scenes to ask the question to our guests. Yeah. So the floor is yours, guys. If you have a question, you can pose it right away.
Okay, so Ivan, may I ask, what do you like doing in your leisure time?
Okay, looking at the skies. Oh, just
You know, for a while, I thought about something.
Yeah. Mostly I think I enjoy time with friends, talking a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So you like me, yeah.
Talking, traveling to new places specifically. It's a new. It's walking out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, for sure.
Like to do.
So we can just basically say you like to explore.
Yeah,
for sure. What's the best country you've been to?
I
Ever
think
traveled
the
outside?
country will be a bit ambitious for now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a bit ambitious. Yeah. What
What town? I heard they have blue beaches. They're so nice.
Yeah, I see. The coast is always amazing.
I'm a guy. You know, these things you see through the phone.
So we shall invite you next time we talk more and more. There is a lot to talk about you. But right now we have come to the end of our show, that is Know Your Guest podcast right here in Newsline Media TV. Make sure you subscribe, you like all our media platforms, that is Newsline Media TV. I was your host, John Peter, and our host,
Miguel Nerito.
and our guest.
Nelson Nero.
See you then. Bye.